WOTN Cleveland. I am Joshua Viata, and this is our quarantine edition. How's everybody doing out there? I hope you guys had a good Memorial Day. So, this episode is obviously everybody's stuck at home, so we're going to do skits and talk about. We actually have some of our original cast members and crew with us today. We have Miss Gigi with her psychic abilities. We have Drew Smooth with his silky smooth hair. That shit's crazy, though. We have Weather with Witness Protection, Sports with Nash. You know the traditional. If you guys seen the other episodes, you guys kind of know how we flow. Plus, we have a celebrity guest with us today, which is going to be awesome. We're going to talk to him later in the show. It's going to be pretty sweet how just to kind of see how everybody's doing. So I guess this is going to be a whole new wave of maybe we're doing the show. But since this is our first quarantine episode, you know, we would like to kind of hear what you guys have been doing during quarantine. So, this is WOTN Cleveland, and we'll be right back. All right, everybody, how's it going? Today on Quarantine Lot Skills, don't you just hate when this happens? It's when you're on the can and you go in to reach and it's like, what the hell? And then you look over and it's like right there. Now you're telling me, if you live with someone who does this, just kick him in the face. Doesn't take that long. Look, okay? Here's the spring action. Undo it. Okay, look, see? Pops out. Oh, shit. Pops out. Oh, crap. Oh, shit. All right. Pops out. There we go. Shit. Might have popped out too much. Alright. Alright, so you get your roll here. And look, it's just like simple, basic ABCs. Okay? You put it in, holy smokes. And then thing, you kind of like springs action. Son of a bitch. Come on. Get it in the hole. And then once you get... I have a mild concussion. Come with me. Takes about 5 seconds. This is my quarantine life skills on how to change your toilet paper roll. Obviously, it didn't end well for me, but at least you can learn something today. I need to go to the hospital. Excuse me. All right, and welcome back to WOTN Cleveland. Up next, we haven't seen or talked to him in a long time in the music industry. We got Drew Smooth. Take it away, man.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Drew Smooth. As you can see, you caught me in my element right now. I'm at the new laboratory. Yeah, but I'm just keeping it smooth over here, baby. I'm working on this new Bro Ops entertainment video right now. You got your boy Black State right there, man. Like, and you got your boy, you know, me, you know. But it's a Bro Ops Entertainment production, and I'm just working on this video right now. It's called Fab. You guys gonna see that soon. You know, I'm just been in my element, man. But it's been a long time since I've seen any of y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Big Daddy with the caddy, just chilling like a valley, man. I mean, you know, I just be doing what I'm doing, man. You know, right now I got so much to do. Tomorrow's the holiday. It's been the holiday. I'm up out here, man. Tomorrow's the holiday, and you know, we gotta, give salute to all those fallen soldiers. Let's give a salute to the soldiers. And you know what? There's been a lot of fallen soldiers out there of all kinds, my brother. I mean, you got pimps, hoes, so-called gangsters, real gangsters. You know, straight up monsters, man. You got guys like me. I ain't fell off, but I'm just saying. You got guys like me. You know, Mr. Laid Back, Mr. Drew Smooth, man. I've just been doing what I'm doing. I'm working on the album right now. You guys gonna see that real soon. I got my first hit. I say, well, you guys are gonna see that in 2 months, all right? 2 months, you're gonna see the first hit. I'm gonna drop that. I've been really working on my vocals and all, trying to, come up with something that's more me, Drew. So, it's nice seeing you guys again, come back, join us, me again on WOTN. Cleveland, baby. Let's do this.
All right, this is Joshua Viata. Thank you so much for watching so far what we got at WOTN Cleveland. But now, the lady, the myth, the mystical being, the creature with the one eye. Actually, she has three, but she'll help you unlock the one eye. We'll talk about that later. Miss Gigi, the psychic. How's it going, girl?
Oh, hey, what's up? What's up, guys? How you doing?
Hey.
I'm trying to talk. I'm sorry. I'm working with a client right now. What's up? How you guys been?
Good.
Hey.
What
you
who are you talking to?
My client. You don't see him?
I just see
psychic.
the chair.
You know I can talk to not just humans, right?
I know this,
right?
but it's still just the chair. Can you go through it? Touch it maybe?
No, he's a physical. You don't see him? He's very robust. He's got big eyes. Big teeth. You don't see him?
Does he kind of looks like me, nope, I see a chair.
Damn, Josh. Maybe you'll see him sometime later. I don't know. Maybe
I don't have that ability. So anyway, Gina, how it's quarantine right now. Obviously it sucks. WOTN Cleveland, we're back in a sense, but Zoom way. What are you doing? What are you doing during quarantine?
Well, I do have a booming psychic business where I do readings. I go and I do house blessings. I do all kinds of stuff. Well, I had to do it online. So now it's me in a league of hundreds of psychics. So we know what's going on. So if you guys want to know the future, you want a love potion, you see this shit?
Oh, look at that.
Ain't getting no dick, girlfriend. Gigi got you.
I don't know about the dick, but what about other love potions for men out there who doesn't have a female?
We could do that too.
Okay, I was just making sure. I got some homeboys. I got some friends that
it works both ways.
Okay, that you make a potion for that too. It is 2020. Some of it does go both ways.
Hey.
Nish, hope everything's going good up there. Tell me what's happening on your end in the sports around the world in Ohio right now. What's happening?
Hey guys, and welcome back to Sports with Nish, and I am your host, Nish. 2020 has truly been a challenging year for everyone, so let's get straight to it. On January 26th, NBA great Kobe Bryant, his 13-year-old daughter Gianna, and 7 others were killed instantly in a helicopter crash in Southern California. Sources say they were on their way to his daughter's basketball game when fog became a factor. On March 24th, both Kobe Bryant and his daughter, affectionately known as Gigi, were laid to rest at the Staples Center. Among friends and family and his wife, Vanessa, everyone paid their last respects. Kobe Bryant's stats stand out as a truly amazing player. No one's ever seen anyone like this guy. I mean, he was very, very competitive. He was very, very intense, but he kept you into the game. And people like that, they are very much a legend in their own right. At the tender age of 17 years old, Kobe Bryant would be drafted into the NBA, making him the youngest person in the history of NBA to be drafted. At the time of his retirement, which was April 2016, his points was 33,643. Fellow Laker player LeBron James ended up beating that score within 29 points. And that was the night before Kobe Bryant passed away. So LeBron James scored 33,655 points. On the court, he was known as a fierce not to be messed with. But off the court, he was a gentle humanitarian who truly believed in helping people be the best that they can truly be. R.I.P. Kobe Bryant. You dearly missed. Kobe Bryant leaves behind his surviving parents, his 2 sisters, his wife Vanessa, and his 3 daughters. Now, shortly after this terrible tragedy, the one and only Tom Brady, the big star from the Patriots, chose to leave and go to Florida, take his talents to Florida, to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yes, he is now a Buccaneer, ladies and gentlemen. Now, according to his wife, supermodel Gisele Bundchen, and I quote, she says, Tom Brady is making a true major decision. And whatever his decision is, I back him up 100%. Now that is a winning team. As far as Cleveland sports is concerned, nobody's really doing anything. But the Browns do have 3 new additions to their organization. The Browns has hired 49ers VP of Football Operations, Adolfo Mensa. They've also hired a new head coach, which they always seem to fire, Kevin Stefanski, and our new offensive coordinator, Alex Van Pelt. Now, hopefully these guys will help the Brownies win. That's exactly what we're looking for. Technical support and wins. As far as the Indians concerned, nobody's playing. Progressive Field will remain closed until further notice. And last but not least, our one and only Cleveland Cavaliers. Our forward, Larry Nance, expressed his opinion and his concerns about COVID-19. He said in a statement, and I quote, he hopes and prays that the NBA will consider those with pre-existing health conditions that they do not have to come back so immediately to play or practice. Now, I 100% agree with him because keep in mind, about 2 or 3 months ago, they had a serious scare from the Utah Jazz player, Rudy Gobert. He tested positive for COVID-19. Now, good luck to you, Nance. We wish you all the best of luck. And as far as I'm concerned, I want us to do good this year. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but Cleveland deserves another win. It's been a long time since we've had a championship. And I believe that the Brownies, the Indians, and the Cavs can do it all at once. And that wraps it up for this segment of Sports with Nish. Thanks for tuning in. And you all take care. Be safe out there. See you next time.
He said,
Sports with Nish? Holy crap. Look at you. How you been?
hey, what's up? What's up? Been doing good, guys. And guess what? I've been staying away from the zombies.
Oh, you have zombies.
Away from
on
the
you.
zombies.
What is
Trying to
up
stay away
with
from
your
the
earrings?
zombies.
Oh, calm down. What's up with your earrings there?
Thank you. These are my beautiful gloves, guys. Check it out. We got the gloves right here. What you know about that, huh?
Wow.
Not bad, not bad. See? So you could come out nice and color coordinated, or you could just go ahead and mix it up. I got the blue and the white. Oh yeah.
I dig
I'm
it.
with it. Did Corona get in your ear?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh,
Do
well,
that? It could like burrow into someone's ear.
See,
I don't
look.
know,
Tina, are you able to do like some psychic spell that
what
like
was that? You want what? What was that?
a psychic spell to get rid of this virus so WOTN Cleveland can go on the road again?
Oh, we're working on it. The healers have been working on it. Shout out to all my holistic mystics, my group on Facebook. Y'all are so dope. They're coming up on 2,500 of them. Like, we're strong as fuck, okay? Like, we do premonitions. Like, we know all this shit. They have been doing, like, distance healing. So, like, you want some Reiki, they will Reiki you with their fucking minds. Like, they are so dope. So, like, we're gonna have a psychic fair soon. We have a hypnotist. We got all kinds of people. We're gonna have a big fair. You gotta stop by and see it, Josh. We might need a host on some of these segments.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. So, Sports Niche, since everything's kind of a lockdown, we just saw, your clip with how you felt what's going on, like from Kobe Bryant to the sports going out. Did you hear what they're trying to do in the stands now? What
Yeah, I sure did. I heard about that. It's amazing how everything is just going to be like, computer generated like that.
Right.
I mean, you won't be able to get mad at that person in front of you and throw beer on them. You won't be able to get mad in the popcorn fight. You won't be able to hear the beer person say, get your beer, get your beer, get your hot dogs. You won't be able to hear none of that stuff, Everything is just computers. It's like
it's crazy, right?
Avatar.
Right.
And now they even gave us avatars on Facebook.
Right.
You know what that means?
What?
It's a sign of the end times, okay? The FDA just approved the microchips. It's a sign of the end times. I can do this. I'm psychic.
Speaking of end times, you're a big roller coaster enthusiast, right?
Yeah. Shout out Cedar. Cedar Point has got to open, please. Please open. I'm dying.
WOTN Cleveland goes on a roller coaster. Like, that would just be great. If we get the show doing a roller coaster.
You got to do the GoPro. You got to do the GoPro.
But you got to hide it, though, because you can't just do, and you should do the glasses. You're not allowed to have them in your hands, because I'm like a connoisseur of this, so you got to get the glasses with the strap. Because if you have the strap, you can wear the glasses, and then you're golden.
Somebody should wear a wig and just have it under there.
Ooh, like with that curly locks, like he could do it.
Yeah, just like swoop and just slip it right into there.
Ladies, just to kind of close the show, because we're trying to. It's getting late, and with quarantine, we got to get rest our energy. Any last words, Gina and Nish? Gina, I'm going to start with you. Then Nish, I'm going to finish out with you. Just to kind of shout out to our quarantine, our people, our quarantine. Yeah. Shout out to the people stuck in quarantine, and then our, just any good positive information you want to send out there before we head out.
Awesome. Okay. So, all right. So I've been thinking, right? Everybody's been asking lately about how to get their third eye open. This is like this thing. Everybody wants it. Well, they want a third eye. They want a fourth eye. They want a fifth eye, right? So the first thing you got to do, right? Step number 1, sage. See my little pot right here? Got all this lovely sage in that shit.
That's not
Sage all those demons out. If you start coughing, you are the demon. Hit me up. I got you.
With some eggs.
Oh yeah, we can do the egg too. I'll rub the egg all over the body. Hit me up. I got you. Step number 2 to opening your third eye. Get crystals. See that? Get that shit. You get that crystals. You hold on to it. They hold your energy. You do dope shit with it. Step 3. Don't let anybody interfere with your peace of mind. Whatever you got to do, you got to do it. If you got to light up step number 1 and blow some smoke in their eye, grab step number 2, see this? And boom, step number 3, crack their ass. You got to do that. Do what you need to do.
I like step 3. I like step 3.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
Like boom.
Right
this
across
is on a whole new level, guys. I got you.
Right. You're going to learn today.
Yeah, you're going to learn today.
All right, Sports with Nish, what's one final thing you want to say before we head out? Some good positive energy towards people.
Well, the first thing I want to say is, this is quarantine. A lot of people never thought that this would ever happen. Best thing I can honestly say is make sure you wash your hands, everybody. As they said, make sure you wash your hands at least 20 seconds. But this is stuff that people should have been doing before. Keep your distance. The 6 feet distance is crucial, guys. Do you want to get sick? Do you want to get somebody else sick? Keep the dang gone distance. I can't tell you how many times I see people just fighting over, getting too close. It's just retarded. And then let's see what else. Oh yeah, blaze up while you are inside. Whatever you do,
There's
sure
actually
it's
a scientific fact about that. It actually kind of stops the coronavirus from spreading.
really?
Yeah, that's from the New York Post. Like, that's straight up.
Wow. You
All right, thanks, Nish, for that. People always want to know how the weather's going out there, so we're just gonna, cause why not? We have sports and weather, so let's just kind of throw it to weather with witness protection. Whit, take it away, man.
Alright, motherfuckers. Tuesday, May 26th, it's gonna be a little rainy. Wear your coat, bring your umbrella, wear your galoshes, it'll be nice and wet out for you. Wednesday, we got some more rain, bring the fucking boots. Thursday, little bit chance of rain, not too variable. Friday, you're fucked. Every day's gonna be hot, and it's gonna get colder and colder and colder. This weekend, bring your fucking parka, it's gonna be in the 50s. Same with Sunday, bring your parka, bring your boots, bring your hats, and your gloves. You're fucked. Back to you, Josh.
Everybody, this comes to our closer. Just about, save the best for last. We have our celebrity personnel with us today. He's done many films, from Christmas Story, Transformers, Charmed. He actually made his own films. I'm going to show you guys the trailers on that. We have Zack Ward, and let's see what he has to say. Let's actually see what I have to say to him, and let's rock it out. All right, guys, let's have fun and let's do this.
Hey, everybody, I'm Zack Ward. Nice to meet you.
There you go.
Thank you for having me on board. I'm excited. This should be cool.
All right. So, my first question for you, Zach, what is the most memorable film moment on set you ever had?
It's a hard question to answer because there's a lot of movies that I've done, and then also they sort of fall into different categories. Working on Transformers was exciting. That I did a stunt where I did a ratchet, meaning I'm wearing a harness and I get pulled back roughly about 40 miles an hour up into a crane that's about 36 feet above the ground while explosions are going on all around me. That was pretty incredible.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Then you work on Almost Famous and getting to work with some amazing actors and fantastic director, and wearing a full wig and mustache and beard. And
right.
so, like, the weird thing is, like, they're all different. So they all have their own moments in the history of my life. Obviously, Christmas Story, you do the first fight sequence in a movie that you've ever done, and you get to pretend getting beaten up, which is a lot of fun for any kid. Years ago, I did a TV show called Sliders.
Every time I close my eyes, I see that guy's face.
His way to just kill you.
Let's do something with rings.
Whatever you do,
He's in a rat! Clear!
don't fall asleep.
There's a guy in there named John Rhys Davies, and he was actually in Indiana Jones. And so I met him, and I just kind of fanboyed out, a huge Indiana Jones fan when I was a kid. And I asked him, I said, Mr. Davies, what is your favorite project that you've ever worked on? And he looked at me and he said, the next one.
The next one.
And I didn't really understand what that meant back then. This
right.
is like 1995. And now I guess I kind of do, because you've done what you've done, and then you're always trying to take that process and move forward, and better yourself and step on the shoulders of your last experience. But yeah, they're all kind of neat and exciting. I've got some crappy ones that I tend to forget, but I've been blessed with a lot of interesting opportunities to do some bizarre, weird stuff, and it's all been really kind of cool. Yeah. Well, let's say Freddy versus Jason, getting to play Freddy Krueger, because his spirit takes over my body.
Right.
That's right. They all forgot, and him teaching me how to walk like Freddy Krueger and
very cool.
Move my hand if I've got the claw on it. That's a pretty iconic moment in your life. Kind of cool.
That's why I needed Jason to kill for me to get them to remember. But now he just won't stop. That's hockey puck. Somebody please wake me up! Please!
I need you to send a little message for me, that's all. Just a little messy.
I'm not gonna do it.
I won't do it! No!
We actually, posted some of clips you guys are like different films you're in from like Resident Evil.
Thought you might need a hand.
You work for Umbrella?
Used to. Till they left us for dead in this place. Now, I consider myself freelance. Sergeant Nikolai Zhinofev, at your service.
You're in Charmed.
All right. Here's the offer. You give me my cousin's wife, and I won't kill you.
That's it? That's your offer, huh? No deal. Forget it.
In that case, I guess I'll just have to kill her.
Christmas Story. Everybody knows you from Christmas Story here in Cleveland.
Scott Farkas. What a rotten name. We were trapped. There he stood, between us and the alley. Scott Farkas staring out at us with his yellow eyes. He had yellow eyes, so help me God, yellow eyes.
From all the films and TVs, do you have any particular props you kept over time?
I actually have quite a few. You know, a lot of them are mostly from the movies that I've made.
Okay.
Sadly, when I was a kid, it wasn't really done to take props from the set to keep things. Sadly, I don't have like the original Scott Farkas hat, or I don't know, my gun from Transformers, or the wig from Almost Famous. But if you try and get those things, like seriously, that wig was about $5,000.
Wow.
So they're not gonna let you walk off set with it. Yeah.
Right. That's something they might keep an eye on. All right, so I'm gonna do a segment with you called Facts About Zack. What's 3 random facts that people don't know about you?
Let's see. I was raised in a hippie cult when I was a kid. I was in the circus when I was in my teen years in Australia, and I sailed from Australia to Japan.
Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. So obviously this is the WOTN Cleveland Quarantine Edition during this crazy pandemic. What do you got going on during this pandemic, Zack? I heard you're working on some projects. You're doing a guest house, and it's nice where you're at. It's like raining by me, so you know.
Is it? I'd happily trade. It gets super hot here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm working on a project that I directed. It's called Patsy Lee and the Keepers of the Five Kingdoms. It's starring James Hong, who you may recognize from Big Trouble in Little China. An amazing performer, just a legend in his own right. And that's a family adventure film. So we're doing that. So I'm editing in my office on the project, and so I'm doing that. I'm writing another script, and I'm working on the guest house in the back that we've just broken ground, and we're building the foundations now so that we can, we're going to add a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. I'm trying to find a way to keep my family a little closer as my parents get older.
There you go.
So yeah, trying to make sure that all works out.
So not just, you being an actor and all that, people probably don't realize you're a director too. Like you have...
Experimental is the first short film I ever directed.
Okay.
I did that in 2011. And then, so I produced 4 feature films, Don't Blink, Restoration, Bethany, and now Patsy Lee.
Okay. We obviously have a situation here.
Jack, come here.
Easy.
Thought it's a buck.
Son of a bitch.
It's a brownout?
Yeah.
suggesting something supernatural.
This house is doing horrible things to her psyche, and I suggest you don't bring her back.
That's crazy, not cool.
And I've directed 2 features, which is Restoration and Patsy Lee. And I produced and wrote Restoration, Bethany, and Patsy Lee. I've written other films that I was not involved with as a producer or director. I was just a writer for a hire job.
Right.
Yeah, so directing, it became sort of a natural extension of the experiences that I had in the past and wanting to challenge myself to try something new. Came up with a saying I think maybe will resonate with you. You know, great movies are inspirational.
Yeah.
But bad movies are motivational.
Right, that's a good one.
I think a lot of times we watch other people do something and it makes you think, dude, I could do that.
Right.
So you give it a shot. And a lot of times you don't know what you're doing, but the fact of starting it puts you in the process of learning and challenging yourself and trying something new. So I've been doing that. Sometimes I love it. Sometimes it is a raging pain in my butt.
I believe it.
I think it's been worth it.
So so do you prefer behind the camera or in front of the camera mostly?
They're different energies, man. Like the nice thing about, so in Restoration, I produced, I wrote it with James Cullen Bressick, and he also produced the film with me, and I directed it and I acted in it.
Okay.
And it was just, dude, it was exhausting.
It happens because if you're trying to get the perfect shot, then go from what you want, and then you're like, oh crap, I'm in the scene. Hold on, I gotta adjust this, and I get it.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Like I prefer to do one or the other, not do both. To be honest with you.
Right.
And when you're in front of the camera, your responsibility is to make that scene a reality. So you're completely compartmentalized in what your character is doing, what's happening in that moment, so that you can bring it to life and make it real for the audience who's watching it.
Right.
When you're directing or you're producing, your job is to oversee everything and make sure that it's all going to work out for the crew, for the cast, for the production schedule, for the post schedule, for the delivery options, for your investors. So it's a lot more juggling chainsaws.
Right.
So it's a different energy. Sometimes it's actually refreshing just to be acting, because then you don't have anything else you have to worry about.
You just got to do the
scene.
scene.
If you suck,
right.
But if you suck, then it's your fault that the movie.
Right. Last thing before we head out here, with this pandemic and everything, do you think Hollywood sets are going to be different now? Like, you think all right, we're going to bring in our lead, put on a mask, all right, take it off and edit, or like, how do you think working on set's going to be different now?
I absolutely think it's going to be different. I think that this whole conversation with the pandemic has changed the way that we look at working as a culture. When I was 19 years old, I was living in Japan, and in Asiatic countries, it's been typical for decades upon decades, that if you feel sick, you put a mask on.
Right.
And if you're going into, and that's when there is no pandemic. And if you're going into the subway, and you don't want a lot of people breathing on you, you wear a mask.
Right.
And that's just been the normal cultural values over there for at least since I was 19 years old, if not long before. And I think that's something that we're gonna adopt. And before, if you're going through the airport and it would typically be Asian people that you would see in the airport with a mask on, it would be odd to us. Like, oh, why are they wearing a mask? Or do they
what
have
do they know that we don't know?
Like, we didn't, or just like it would make us uncomfortable, or it would be something that's not really socially accepted in our society. I think that's going to change permanently, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think we're just becoming more aware of how contagion moves around.
Right.
So that, I think that's good. When it comes to film sets, yeah, there's definitely a big change happening now, because there's also a level of production insurance.
Right.
So, if you're doing a big movie and you have hundreds of people on set, the old standard used to be you'd be around people and someone would achoo, sneeze, say hi, go to shake your hand, and you're like, no, dude.
Right.
But that's pretty thoughtless. And I think now what they're realizing is that they can institute different protocols on set in order to make sure that they limit that exposure level, and therefore, I mean, it does come down to numbers. Like if your lead actor gets sick, you screw up the entire production.
Right.
Do you want to expose your lead actor or actress to a whole bunch of different people who are sneezing and in areas? And the math is what? Somebody sneezes and it goes out to roughly about 20 feet and hunkers in the air.
Right.
And you can walk into it. I don't know. I mean,
right.
Like now that you think about it, I don't really want someone sneezing in my mouth.
Right.
Doesn't sound right.
Right.
I think there's going to be changes. Like a lot of the studios over here are talking about how they're not going to have massive amounts of extras on set anymore. So they're talking about they don't want to have massive amounts of extras around the actual lead talent, because a film is based upon that lead talent.
Correct.
And if you have them surrounded by a bunch of extras and they get sick, well, you screwed up the whole film and the whole production schedule.
And then that's it. You have to, right.
Right. So now they're talking about pre-shooting all the extras, or using them pre-shooting them on green screen and then ingesting them afterwards as post assets. And so it's keeping that separated. And now technology can allow you to do that. So I'm not looking at it fearfully. Like we're talking that less than 1% of people who get COVID die.
Right.
The responsibility is not necessarily just your death, but it's how you transfer it to other people, being asymptomatic, blah, blah, blah. But
Right.
I think it's moving forward. This is going to become a new consideration that we all accept. So, for example, you're in Cleveland and you have a great summer and it's nice and warm and hot. You're out there at a beer garden having a beer and
right.
hanging out with friends. But November comes around or December comes around.
Right.
And you know people are starting to get a flu or cold.
Yep.
Do you want to go hang out in a crowded bar and talk to someone who's right here?
Right. Right.
I don't.
Right.
And maybe for somebody who works 9 to 5, has fantastic medical, has a great 401k, and they get paid time off of work, maybe they don't care. And I totally understand that.
Right.
But for people like you and me, we're working at being apex predators. We only eat what we kill. So that means we only get paid when we're working.
Right. When we do the
And
craft.
if we're not,
right.
Right. And if we're sick, no one pays us to be sick.
Right.
So basically, from a purely economic standpoint, I'm not going to go expose myself to something that could get me sick, get my wife sick, and take money out of my pocket unless there's a good reason for me to expose myself to that risk. And now I think that risk has just gotten, it's just been highlighted in our society. So I think it's definitely going to be one of those things like when you're in your 50s and you have kids and you're like, guess what, kids? I used to go around and shake people's hands.
Right.
I used to kiss them on the cheek like they did in France.
Right.
They'll be like, really, Papa?
Right.
Really? I think it'll be a different time.
Baseball, they're going to implement digital people for the audience. I heard. So
that's interesting.
So since you're bringing up, how they're going to do like CGI for like background extras, now they're incorporating that into our sports. So that's going to be watching the game. You're like, wait a minute, something doesn't seem right. Like it's going to be.
I wonder that's going to be a big thing. I mean, they've had conversations about, they want to get sports going as quickly as possible because it's a huge industry, and it's also there's a lot of fans of sports in the United States, and it's a big cultural thing, and it's a unifier. But also the players are saying, why would I potentially kill myself or get really, really sick for how much money? And it's an interesting issue. It's definitely, I wonder how they're gonna deal with it and keep it going forward. When's the next time you want to be sitting in a movie theater?
Right. The movie theaters are going to be out. Like drive-ins are the new thing. That's the new craze. I don't know. We'll see. I think mostly like films are going to be like distribution-wise, like Amazon or video on demand. But it's kind of a bummer because movie theaters is its own experience. You know, you go in there, you have to pay a lot, but it's still, you see it on the big screen. It's a different feeling.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I just saw the release of the new trailer for Tenet, Christopher Nolan film. And I'm a big Christopher Nolan fan. I'm just jealous of him and everything he's done. And I really want to see that in a big movie theater.
Right.
You know, I do. And I was watching the trailer, and in my head, I was like, "Oh, this is going to be great to see in what is it, IMAX." I wanted to see that in IMAX because it's 70 mil. And then my brain went, "How are you going to do that, stupid? Like, are you going to wear a bunny suit, gloves, and a respirator? Because if somebody 2 feet behind me starts coughing or sneezing, I'm out. You know, like, that's just going to be weird.
That's it, right? Very cool, man. Well, Zach, thank you so much for coming on the show today. I hope you stay safe out there. Keep up the good work.
Hey, brother.
See ya.
Bye.